New right now, this is a photo of the last U.S. troop leaving Afghanistan. The airlift in Kabul now complete, and with it comes a major turning point in world history, one that the Taliban is celebrating tonight. Gunfire erupting as the U.S. pulls out of Kabul. There are still plenty of questions tonight about what comes next, and what about the Americans and our allies who are still in Afghanistan tonight. News 12's Tama Ponton is here now with the very latest. Tama.
Well, Rich, the Secretary of State says U.S. officials believe there are fewer than 200 Americans who are still in Afghanistan and want to leave. He says the U.S. is working to help get them out. And the CEO of Afghan Americans of New York says she wants to hear details of that plan and hopes that it will mean that anyone who is trying to escape is not left behind.
We can't leave our own back there. There's no reason for that. They have loved ones here. They are American citizens.
Wasma Wardak Hassan, the CEO of Afghan Americans of New York, says she was shocked but not surprised to learn today that the last U.S. forces withdrew from Afghanistan ahead of Tuesday's deadline.
You just lost another day of hope. So to take that away from everything else that you're taking away from them?
U.S. officials announced the military phase of the mission in Afghanistan is over.
Every single U.S. service member is now out of Afghanistan. I can say that with 100% certainty.
We believe there are still a small number of Americans, under 200 and likely closer to 100, who remain in Afghanistan and want to leave.
Secretary of State Anthony Blinken says U.S. officials will continue to try and help Americans, foreign nationals, and Afghans who want to leave. Today's announcement drew praise and condemnation from two of Long Island's U.S. congressmen. Republican Lee Zeldin, who is also running for New York governor, saying in part, "This is a historic disgrace of epic proportions ordered by President Biden." And Democrat Tom Suozzi saying in part, "My office has helped safely evacuate 35 people from Afghanistan and will continue to work with the State Department on safely evacuating additional families." Wardak Hassan says her uncle, who is a professor in Afghanistan and was beaten by the Taliban, is one of the many trying to escape. She hopes President Biden has a detailed plan for getting everyone else out.
He's got to have a plan. He can't leave them there.
Tama, what about President Biden? A lot of people wanted to hear from him today, and they didn't.
Well, Rich, the president is scheduled to address the nation tomorrow morning about the withdrawal. Today, he released a statement saying, in part, "Our 20-year military presence in Afghanistan has ended."